begin with the first chapter in Maths 1, that is Algebra. In 9th standard, we have Maths 1 and Maths 2, that is Algebra and Geometry. So, first chapter in Algebra, the Maths 1 is called as sets. Now, when we talk about a set, you must remember we are talking about a collection of objects. Now, in mathematics, we have a certain definition what we can call a set. So let us see, when can we call a collection of objects as a set? Like when we keep certain things together, we can say that all those things are a set. But in maths, there is a certain way in which we can define a certain collection of objects as a set. And let us see what that criteria is. See here, when we can clearly list the objects of a particular collection, then we can call the collection of such objects as a set. That is, we must be able to list the objects in a collection. That is, what are the objects in a collection? Let's say, suppose we are talking about the things which are present in your stationery box. That is, you have a pencil there, you have an eraser, you have a ruler, you have a pen over there, maybe you have a sharpener. So we can list the objects which are present there. Therefore, we can call that collection, that is the set of items in your stationery box, as the set, because we can list all of them. We can give some more examples, like say, suppose we are talking about the days of a week. We know when we say days of a week, it includes all the days of the week starting from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So all the 7 days are included. We can list all of them. Therefore, days of a week form a set. Also, we talk about the months in a year. We have the months in a year starting from January as January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. When we talk about the first 10 counting numbers, we have numbers from 1 to 10 which we can list as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And when we talk about the planets in our solar system, we know all the planets in our solar system. Although earlier we had even Pluto being included, Pluto is now not included. So we start with Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. So all of them will be the planets in our solar system. So you have seen that in all these collections, we were able to list or say specifically which are the elements which are included in these collections. Therefore, they form a set. Then we have collections which are not sets. So we must know what is the distinction between collections which are sets and collections which are not sets. Now see these examples which are written here. First one I have written, happy children in a village. Second is brilliant students in a class. And third I have written, strong force of Maharashtra. Now if you see in all these, we have these words like happy, brilliant and strong, which is a word which can be differently accepted by different people. Like say, suppose when we are talking about happy children in a village, and I count the number of happy children in a village as, say, suppose there are about 80. But according to some other person, that person may list some more children as happy and list about 85 children. So here there is a discrepancy in the happy children in a village. What is okay with me may not be the same with another person. So there is a difference in opinion, and we cannot definitely say which child is happy or which child is not. It is a term which is relative to each person. Okay, it is relative. One person may find it true, the other one may not find it true. Therefore, we don't include such collections as said. Even when I talk about the brilliant students in a class, when I talk about brilliant students in a class, in my class, if I talk about 9, maybe I'm in charge of C division. So when I say 9C, I may include about 40 students who are the most brilliant students in a class. But for some other teacher, they may include another 8 students. So there may be 48 students according to that. teacher who are the brilliant students in a class. Okay. Now coming to the strong force of Maharashtra, again here strong is a relative term, so which we may find it strong, may not be strong to somebody else, and that is why all these sets are not included, all these collections are not included under sets in mathematics. In general terms, according to us, without including mathematics, we can call them as sets. But in mathematics, since these words which are used, happy, brilliant, strong, and many other words are relative terms, we do not include them under sets. So now we go to what is the definition of a set. So let us see what is the definition of a set. If we can definitely and clearly decide the objects of a given collection, then that collection is called a set. Now you see this words very specifically they have said, if we can definitely and clearly decide the objects of a given collection. Just now when we were talking about the collections which are not sets, we were saying that there may be some students who are brilliant according to me but may not be brilliant according to some other teacher. So there is no clear cut distinction where we can clearly decide the objects of the given collection. Therefore that collection where we cannot clearly decide, it is not called a set. When we cannot clearly decide the objects of the collection, then it is not a set. But if we can definitely and clearly decide the objects of a given collection, then that collection is called a set. Now there are certain terms and conditions which we use when we write a set. So let us see what they are. The first one, it is said that the name of a set is given by using capital letters. So whenever you represent a set, always it is represented by the name of a set. And the name of a set is not a big name like you say days in a week, not that way. You write it with capital letters like this, like A, B, C, any letter you take it, up to Z, any letter you can take and then write the set. Now, the members of the elements of a set are shown by small letters. So now inside a set, that's normally a set is written inside curly brackets. So when you write the elements of a set, elements means what is present inside a set, that is always written with small letters. You see here, the members of the elements of a set are shown by small letters, that is A, B, C, this way. So these are the elements of a set. Now they have given here an example. If B is an element of set A, that is if this letter B is an element of set A, then we write it as B and there is a symbol here and written A. Now what does this mean? This element B, this symbol means belongs to. So B belongs to, what is this A? We said that the set is usually represented by capital letters. So B belongs to set A. So you see here I have put an arrow mark and written belongs to, for you to understand that this symbol represents belongs to. And if suppose B, this element B does not belong to set A, how do I write does not belong to? I write this belongs to symbol and cut it. Just like when we write equal to is equal to sign and not equal to will be equal to with the cut on it. So just like that, B belongs to A here, and if B does not belong to A, we put belongs to and cut it. So that is written here. And if B is not an element of set A, then we write it as B does not belong to set A. So this symbol is does not belong to.